A sea of foliage girds our garden round. Stanza-wise explanation, summary, moral, and important word meanings from grade 9, subject English, book Kaveri. This is given at the end of the third chapter. A sea of foliage girds our garden round, but not a sea of dull, unvaried green. Sharp contrast of all colors here are seen. The light green graceful tamarinds abound amid the mango clumps of green profound, and palms arise like pillars grey between, and o'er the quiet pools the simals lean, red, and startling like a trumpet's sound. Explanation: the poet says that the garden is surrounded by a huge amount of leaves and greenery, almost like a sea, but this greenery is not boring or of just one shade. It is full of different colors and beautiful contrast. The light green tamarind trees stand among the deep green mango trees. Between them rise palm trees, which look like grey pillars. Near the still pools, the simul trees bend over them with their bright red flowers, which are so striking that the poet compares them to the loud sound of a trumpet. Meaning, the poet beautifully describes the rich variety of trees, colors, and shapes in the garden. Nature is shown as lively, colorful, and full of contrast. Stanza 2. But nothing can be lovelier than the ranges of bamboos to the eastward when the moon looks through their gaps and the white lotus changes into a cup of silver. One might swoon, drunken with beauty then, or gaze and gaze on a primal Eden in amaze. In this stanza, the poet says that the most beautiful sight of all is the row of bamboo tree in the east. At night, when the moonlight shines through the gaps in the bamboo, the white lotus flowers in the water seem to turn into silver cups. The beauty of this scene is so powerful that a person may almost faint with joy or keep looking at it in wonder. The garden appears like Eden, a perfect paradise from ancient times. Meaning, the poet describes the magical beauty of the garden in moonlight. The scene looks heavenly, peaceful, and unforgettable. Summary of the poem: the poem A Sea of Foliage Girds Our Garden Round is a beautiful description of a garden full of rich greenery, colorful trees, still pools, and moonlit beauty. The poet says that the garden is surrounded by thick foliage, but it is not plain green. There are many shades and contrasts, such as light green tamarinds, dark mango trees, grey palms, and red simul flowers. In the second part, the poet especially admires the bamboo groves in the moonlight. The moon shining through the bamboo makes the white lotus flowers look like silver cups. The whole garden appears like a heavenly paradise. The poem expresses deep love and admiration for the beauty of nature. Moral of the poem: the moral of the poem is nature is full of beauty, peace, and wonder, and we should learn to observe and appreciate it. Another simple moral: the beauty of nature can bring joy, calmness, and amazement to the human heart. Important word meanings: foliage, leaves of plants and trees; girds, surrounds; dull, not bright or interesting; unvaried, without variety, all the same; sharp contrast, clear differences in colors or appearance; graceful, elegant and beautiful in movement or form; tamarinds, tamarind trees; abound, exist in large numbers; clumps, groups growing closely together; profound, deep; here, deep green; arise, rise up; pillars, tall vertical supports; here, tree trunks compared to pillars; o'er, over; quiet pools, still water bodies; simals, silk cotton trees; startling, very striking or surprising; trumpets, sound, loud and attention catching sound; lovelier, more beautiful; ranges, rows or lines; eastward, towards the east; gaps, openings or spaces; lotus, a water flower; swoon, almost faint because of strong feeling; drunken with beauty, overwhelmed by beauty; primeval, ancient, original, from very early times; Eden, paradise, a place of perfect beauty; amaze, great surprise and wonder. Poetic devices in the poem, metaphor, a sea of foliage, simile, palms arise like pillars grey, simile, red, red, and startling like a trumpet's sound, imagery, vivid description of colors, trees, pools, bamboo, moonlight, and lotus, alliteration, gaze and gaze, personification, the moon looks through their gaps, symbolism, primeval Eden symbolizes paradise and perfect natural beauty, central idea, the poem celebrates the rich, colorful, and magical beauty of a garden, especially under moonlight, and shows nature as a heavenly paradise. So, friends, stanza wise explanation, summary, moral, important word meanings, poetic devices, and central idea are complete from this poem. You can support me with channel membership and super thanks. If you like the video, kindly like, hype the video, and share it with your friends. Also, subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to receive new video notifications. We will meet in the next video. Thank you for watching.